Inventory about to flood in. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It is very important to stay close to the channel in these very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, we've got a good one to unpackage today. Housing inventory seems to be flooding in and price reductions all over the place. One of the cool things I believe personally. Now, most of you that watch this channel know I cover real estate because it's a good temperature gauge to check to see the health of the U.S. economy. Why, you ask? I'm about to tell you. Because if we lose the U.S. housing market, we lose everything. We'll be in a full-blown gnarly recession. And if we can't stop it at a recessionary level of a downturn, which we're headed for now, we're going to be in a depressionary level of a downturn that you haven't lived through, I haven't lived through, nobody alive today has lived through a depression era that I'm aware of. The last Great Depression era was back in 1929, the stock market crash. Gosh, how's the stock market doing right now? Is it up? Whew. Insanity. Cryptos, are those doing good? No? Oh my gosh, are we in a little trouble? Inventory's piling in with the real estate market. No more FOMO, over asking price offers, waiving appraisals and contingencies. None of that's happening anymore either. Wow, we might have a little bit of a perfect storm brewing to deliver a knockout blow to the U.S. economy and sending it in to another recessionary level of a downturn. And what happens in a recession? Well, I'm pretty sure job losses, layoffs, bankruptcies, everything happens. And then guess what? The ultimate byproduct of a recession is the last thing to go. You guessed it, people's homes. And whose homes would go first, do you think? People that bought 30, 50 years ago? Or would it be the people that bought in the height of the biggest real estate bubble ever produced in world history? My money's going to go on that one. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, my money goes there. Well, which areas are going to get hit the hardest, I wonder? Would it be the brand new homes that popped up in the bubble era that all the people that bought in the height of the bubble and they're now upside down on their purchases? And inflation is slowly robbing them of their bank account. And they're supplementing their payment with their savings and they're running out of savings and they're leaning on credit cards. Could it be those areas that possibly could get hit first? Well, I'm not a betting man, but if I was, that's where my money would go. So like I said, friends, we monitor the U.S. housing market here because if we lose the U.S. housing market, we're going to lose everything. And it's happened before and it will happen again. Booms and busts in the real estate market. We've always had them. The shocker is every single time, 100% of the time, the real estate market has found itself in a bubble. It's in fact crashed. It's scary, man. It's scary. Like, I do my best to entertain, educate, and inform. But I just knew immediately, and as somebody who benefited, cash rolled in. Oh my gosh, did it roll in? And agents thinking somehow this time would be different. Date the rate, marry the house, blah, blah, blah. Hard time watching that. Hard time for me watching the industry normalize it. Hard time for sure. You see, I think the realities are rich people didn't get rich buying at the height of a bubble, especially a super bubble. Rich people didn't get rich buying their house. They got rich buying other people's houses. So that's what I've always been geared to do anyway. I work in real estate because I thought it would be a great place to work. It looked attractive. I liked it. There's a lot I don't like. I don't like when it's turned into basically a training program that you're going to get down at the Verizon store on how to sell phones or how to sell houses. When there's cheerleading going on, your job is to navigate people through the biggest purchase that they can make of their lives. And when you have that type of responsibility to somebody to minimize it with sales and training programs and date the rate and marry the house, hard time dealing with that. When you're going to post on your social media and grandstand saying, I'm so happy I got Bill and Jill or whoever this new house and we had to compete against 20 other offers and we won, our bid won. and you're going to grandstand and act like that, and you're going to now, it's a really hard one for me to watch. So congratulations to anybody that's continued to stay with the channel, but the reality is this, friends, this is really what I wanted to talk about today. Inventory is going to flood in, and we're just getting started. And what's inventory doing? It's stuck on the market, going through price reductions, people chasing the market, showing the kiss of death, going through price reductions, chasing the market, agents letting their seller set the price. Oh yeah, I'd be happy to list your house for you, sir. Did you have a number in mind? Yeah, well, the neighbors down there, they just sold for this. My house has better upgrade, so I need you to put me on the market at this amount. Otherwise, I'm going to use Bob down the street as my agent. Okay, I'll put you on there, sir. Stuck on the market. Me, I'm like, use Bob. Bob, probably, you guys have a great time with this house. You're way too high, sir. If you need to get in front of this, you need to come on the lower end of its value range. You're asking me to put you on the upper end of its value range. How many people are going to race over to see a house overpriced, sir? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to give it to you straight. Those are the waters we're swimming in now, sir. I don't know what Bob told you. Bob probably drank some Kool-Aid. Get Bob over here. You guys have a nice day. Call me when Bob fails. Insanity, right? That's just the reality of what's going on out there. So this is what's the alarming part. We are just getting started, right? We're less than a year into interest rate hikes, and I've already examined tons of properties that are already showing it's cheaper to own than it would be to rent. They pencil out as investment properties, yet nobody's touching them with a 10-foot pole because they're getting swept into fear and panic. And what happens in a recession, even if you're financially fit? You recess too, because it's herd mentality, the psychology of people, the psychology of sales. I love this stuff. Whew. On one hand, on the other hand, it's a little scary. So what I wanted to remind everybody right now, we are just getting started. Real estate is local. Some areas are going to display different behavior than others. Some areas are going to have inventory flood in heavier than others. Obviously, the ones that exploded overnight and got way too euphoric with their housing price values, the big metro cities, the Vegas, the Phoenix, the Miamis, the Colorados, the Boise's, you name it. Those, throw a dart at a map, you're going to hit somewhere it got too hot. Those areas are going to reverse course and inventory flood in. Now, most people, because they're FOMO driven and like to buy houses that show well, are going to overlook the ones in trouble. There's going to be a lot of houses that don't show well, but those are going to be where the value is. Anything that shows super good is going to get a lot of first-time home buyers over there. I love the house, honey. The ones where I call, ooh, I don't know, honey. It doesn't seem, I don't like it. And those are where let me tell you, every property I've sold to an investor, not one of them has been move-in ready, shows immaculate, not one. It's always the one that needs a little work. It's how much work. That's why you never waive an inspection when you get a house under contract. You get an inspection done to see the health of the house. If it's all the plumbing, electrical, sewage, everything's good here, it just shows bad, I'll take it, Scott. Write that offer up. Oh, hey, it's got a cracked foundation, the sewer laterals clogged, and the wiring's old and falling apart, and it keeps tripping the breakers, and whatever else structural, needs a new roof, plumbing's all jacked up. Forget it, Scott. Show me the next property. That's the way to look at properties, but most people don't. As a trade salesman, that's what's going on. But the realities are, friends, what I really wanted to let people know today is that inventory is just getting started. We're just getting started. We're not even a year into interest rate hikes, and look what it's done to not only the housing market, all the financial markets. And I know I'm preaching to the choir on a lot of this stuff, and we cover real estate because it's the real estate channel, and if we lose the housing market, we lose everything. I mean, that much we do in fact know, and we all want to become rich, and it's a great vehicle to become rich, but it's not buying in the height of a bubble. It's not going to get you rich. Buying outside the bubble. But now many people are going to be scared to buy outside the bubble because fear and panic is going to sweep them in. We're going to examine properties as we move forward and start to show you stuff that doesn't show well, but pencils out as a smart buy. So you can flip the switch and start looking at properties the right way, not the wrong way. and having an agent show you and not sugarcoat it. So when you start working with an agent, you're not getting sugarcoated. You can see through them. And you're not going to find the perfect agent. It's not out there. I'm not a perfect agent by a long shot, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'll put your needs before my own. My rewards in life are always in direct proportion to my contribution. I'll put your needs before my own, and I will get rewarded as a result. It's just the law of gravity, you know? It's just the basic laws of life. And final thoughts that come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understanding the biggest real estate bubble couldn't sustain itself. It's a reverse course. Inventory is now flooding in. We're just getting started. We're going to continue to monitor the health and fitness of the U.S. housing market and examine potential deals and not so good deals moving forward to try to train people's eyes to identify where deals are and muster the strength to go in when everybody else is exiting. It's not going to be easy. Most people won't be able to do it. Only a select few. I'm going to do my best to take as many of you along for the ride as possible, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. If you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.